All right, so we're going to start with our presentation about the OpenEU, which is the Strategic Alliance of Distance Learning Universities. This is one that belongs within the, European Universities Initiative, and the UNED forms part of this Open European Universities Alliance, where most, and I would say almost all the important European open universities form part. This alliance, it's important because, of course, it includes open science and open libraries and everything that's open. The European Universities Initiative includes 64 alliances with 560 institutions from 35 countries, including all the members of the European Union, plus Iceland, Norway, Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Serbia, and Turkey. Sorry. What?
What? This is broadcasting, and I think they are touching something, and so it appears the menu.
Okay, but can I continue? All right. So this is, these are ambitious transnational alliances of higher education institutions, and there were 4 calls until 2024. The aim is to develop long-term structural and strategic institutional cooperation based on common values, mainly European values, and agreed principles, with the aim of course, achieving sustainability of their cooperation. I cannot move it now. Do you think? A ver. Here? This is it, no? Here. Okay, so here. Okay. Okay. Advance. Yeah, here, and here. Okay. Oh, but now I don't have the presentation. Screen? Yeah, but someone is doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here, I was going to talk about the main aims or general objectives of these European universities. Here you have the specific ones, but the general ones are to improve the international competitiveness of higher education institutions in Europe, to promote European values and identity by fostering long-term structural, strategic, and sustainable cooperation between higher education institutions, put in place a long-term joint strategy for education at the service of society with links to research and innovation where possible, also to build European inter-university campuses for students and staff members to study and work in different European countries, different languages, and across sectors and academic disciplines. And also to set up European knowledge creating teams with their innovation ecosystem to help tackle current and future societal changes. Here you have, this doesn't work. Oh, yeah. These are specific objectives which you're invited to read because I don't think it's necessary for me to read all this. But the main idea is given by the general objectives that I have just talked about. Then, well, it seems I cannot move. Yeah. Now, this is, what is important here is that European universities are not considered to be projects, but transformative processes, because it's not a project that will end up just in 4 years' time like normal projects. This is a different, I would say, approach, a different perspective to look at European universities. And therefore, we have to think of it as a process, as a transformative process, along which we are learning, and we're learning to work in a different way, I would say. Then regarding Spain, I think Spain has had a very important participation in the European Alliance's initiative, because Spain now has 54 of its universities within European alliances, after adding 10 this year, after the fifth call. And so it is now the third country with the most universities in the Alliance initiative. We have 54 universities and a conservatory in 52 alliances, very close to Germany and France, with 66 and 63 institutions respectively. Here, well, this is, just a picture of the rectors meeting in Barcelona for OpenEU, and I think it was January this year. Our rector is there with the rest of the rectors from the different universities that are members. And this is a project that is coordinated by the WOC and the UNED in Spain. Well, but we are in fact, the WOC is the main one. And then the rest of universities, we are going to see which universities they are later on. But all 8 of them are open universities, and there are 2 others which are not open but are on their digital way. Then the OpenEU vision and mission is, the vision is to become the pan-European open university that harnesses digital education for and with lifelong learners and communities to make a better world. So, of course, it has to be a sustainable, green university, as we're going to see, and based on, of course, the digital transformation. Then the added value of OpenEU to other alliances is that this is a more robust, inclusive, and greener digital dimension of education. Research and innovation and capacity building, those are pillars of this alliance. The integration of emerging technologies, including artificial intelligence, in higher education. Also, lifelong learners at university. This is a flexible portfolio co-created with employers. There's a broader diversity in the student body. Non-traditional students are all, of course, welcome always in open universities. So we have non-traditional, lifelong learners, and underrepresented groups. And then, of course, we focus on higher education in rural areas beyond cities and universities, because we want to reach everyone. And, of course, this has to do with the democratization of internationalization, thanks to virtual mobilities and joint programs. We have in this project or initiative, we have the 3 types of mobility. We have physical, and then we have hybrid mobility, and also virtual mobility. And then the challenges of higher education in Europe are mainly 3, which are lifelong learning, as I said, inclusive and equitable higher education, and digital transformation of higher education, which address 3 thematic topics, which are climate change, digital transformation, democracy, and European values. The consortium of OpenEU is composed of 14 universities, 10 full universities plus 4 associated partner universities, then 9 open and 5 traditional. And then we have also 4 university associations. One of them is global, 2 are European, and another one is national. And then we have non-academic partners as well, like 5 industrial associations, 1 digital network, 1 cities, and 1 local rural groups associations. And then we also have 1 association of mentorship. The main, the members of the OpenEU Alliance are these 10 universities, which are members in all their right, because we also have the Open University of the UK, but since they are not Europe now, they cannot be members, full members, so they are associated partners. But the universities that are members are the Universitat Oberta de Catalunya, our university, UNED, Universidade Aberta from Portugal, Bifrost University in Iceland, Open University of Cyprus, Daugavpils University in Lithuania is Latvia. Yeah, Fern Universität in Hagen, Germany, Hellenic Open University in Greece, and the Open Universiteit of Netherlands. And also St. Cyril and St. Methodius University of Veliko Tarnovo in Bulgaria. Then associated partners are the EADTU, European Association of Distance Teaching Universities, the IAU, the International Association of Universities, as I said, the Open University of UK, Fanes Noli University, UNICO in Albania, the Ukrainian Engineering Pedagogics Academy, UAPA, MIT University in Macedonia, Fédération Interuniversitaire de l'Enseignement à Distance in France, Mediterranean Universities Union, European Tech Alliance, Stuttgart in Germany, Digital Nation Coalition, Eurocities. Well, there are all of these. Maybe I'm being, a bit, it's a bit boring to name them all, but I just wanted you to know that this is a very big alliance and that we not only have full members, but we have many associates and important associations that are working together with us. Then, as regards numbers, we have, as you can see in the slide, a diverse critical mass. We have 368,000 students, of which 62% are women, 38% are men. Then the average age is 36. 84% of them work and study, so they are not the traditional student, as is normal for open universities. Then we have more than 695,000 graduates, and students are normally over 25 years old, of all genders and from more than 100 countries outside the EU. Then we have also 4,900 academic staff, 4,100 administrative staff, 15,200 affiliated academic and tutors, and a total staff of more than 24,160 people. So we have then, as I said, 8 open universities, 2 traditional universities in the digitalization process, and we have all kinds of programs: bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, PhD, lifelong learning, open courses, micro degrees, micro credentials, courses for the preparation of exams, vocational training, and many languages involved in this alliance: German, Bulgarian, Catalan, Spanish, French, Greek, Dutch, English, Icelandic, Lithuanian, Portuguese, and Russian. So as you see, this is a very, very diverse and I would say important, relevant alliance, which was necessary because there was no previous alliance in the European Union of open universities. All of the previous alliances were composed of normal, let's say, traditional universities. So now it's Fernando's turn to continue with the presentation. Solamente le das aquí.
Thank you very much, Laura, and good morning. And of course, establishing the OpenEU University requires creating a structure, management bodies, a structure of governance, and well, that is not an easy task when 10 different universities from different cultures are involved. However, in the slide, on the slide we have chosen to show some management structures, not the whole government structure, which is something yet to be established. There will certainly be an OpenEU secretariat, which will have to work, to mix a centralized way of working with networking, with a decentralized and horizontal way of working, and then several offices with a specific task in quality and management, internationalization, mainly mobility, and also communication and engagement. The good thing is that even though this involves coordinating 10 different universities with different academic cultures and even national cultures, we have so far managed to agree on a common organizational culture based on the values they reflected: equality, ethics and integrity, equality, diversity, inclusiveness. These are the core values of the project. And the structure, the modes of government will have to flow from these values: open science and innovation, sustainability, and so on. So far, one of the achievements of the process is to agree on this common organizational culture. Now, here we see some of the of what OpenEU has to offer. One big chapter of the offer will be international mobility programs with different forms of mobility that cater to different target audiences, to different profiles of students. I will not dwell on this because Professor Sánchez-Elvira will explain this in more detail, but also it's interesting to see the variety of the academic offer. First, as has been already, the Vice-Rector Alba has already pointed out, as one of the core parts of the offer is a joint bachelor in software development. The creation of this joint bachelor is already ongoing. Not all 10 universities take place. Mainly, it's not mainly, it's only 3 universities: UNED, WOC, and the Open University of the Netherlands. But in this sort of project, this is, I mean, flexibility is one of the key features of this system, because this means that if 3 universities or 5 universities want to develop one of these courses or possibilities, they can. The courses, the participation in the programs is open in the future to the other universities, but you don't need to put all 10 universities in agreement. 3, 4, 5 can run a project, can establish a common program, and then the others may join or may not, or develop other programs, right? Then, of course, high on the agenda is the development of a joint micro-degree program on European values and democracy. This is one of the 3 challenges, or an open master program on climate emergency and sustainability. Again, another important part of the offer is that the universities involved will pool their micro-credentials offer and have a joint portfolio, and then other parts of the offer are there, reflected on the slide. I don't have to read all of them. Just point you to so far how we conceive access, digital access to the OpenEU offer through a common portal, and then a joint participatory platform and a joint learning platform, normally with a state-of-the-art technology. Sorry, we need to move on. This, of course, is a 4-year project. OpenEU is not yet established. It will be established at the end of the 4-year term, fully established, I mean. And in order to create the OpenEU, 8 areas of activity called working packages have been designed. Here on this slide, you see how the different work packages relate to one another, but mainly this comes down to this. These work packages on top are meant to tackle the 3 challenges of lifelong learning, inclusive education, and research and capacity building in digital education. And the other work packages are meant to make the alliance work so that the challenges are tackled properly and to the fullest possible extent. I don't have time to go through all the working packages. I will only outline the importance of work package 1 that will establish the government and management structures, and also of work package 6, which is, I would say, one of the core parts of the project, because it will offer the joint programs, mobility, and also this is led by UNED and co-led, we share leadership with the Open University of Cyprus. Here on this other slide, you see, well, some of the individuals and some of the organs and institutions that have been involved. UNED team, well, has benefited from the vision of Rector Mayral, who had very clear that UNED had to be in one of these alliances because is the sign of the times, and UNED had to be part of this movement. The leadership of Laura, Vice-Rector Alba from the Vice-Rectorate, setting priorities and giving day-to-day drive to our activities, my own work, and also the talent, the dedication, and the leadership as well of Ángeles Sánchez-Elvira, who holds the chair, the UNESCO chair in distance education. Then other bodies of UNED have made significant contributions, such as the UED, the Engineering School of Informatics, leading the way towards that joint bachelor degree, Faculty of Education, UNIDIS, and other UNED bodies whose work some of you know so well. As I said, UNED leads Work Package 6, focused on inclusive and green internationalization, mobility, and joint programs. That is why I consider it to be one of the core working packages. These work packages, this work package is meant to build the foundation for these joint programs and to build a system of mobilities that offers, as we said, 4 different types of mobilities, all in a seamless digital and multilingual campus environment. And all this is meant to contribute to the democratization, internationalization, and inclusiveness of higher education across Europe. So far, this is the first alliance that, I mean, we've talked about 65 alliances, right? Well, there was not an alliance formed mainly by distance learning universities. And distance learning plays a crucial role nowadays in inclusiveness, democratization, lifelong learning, and so on. So this really fills a hole that existed in the whole process of European university alliances. I don't want to, of course, Work Package 6 is one of the more complex packages. It involves several challenges, regulatory in terms of quality assurance. I want to focus on the academic challenges ahead, which involve developing teaching and common assessment methods. But this, of course, will enrich, we believe, the students' experience and also academic staff experience. And without further ado, I will just remind you of some of the key elements of the academic offer. The joint bachelor in software development. As I said, this is an initial joint bachelor. The word initial is key here, of 180 credits that is now being developed by UNED, the Open University of the Netherlands, and WOC. It's open to other partners. This doesn't mean that all have to be part of this, but some are open to join into this program. And also, oh, sorry, it's here. Another part of the initial academic offer is this joint bachelor in, oh, it's not here, sorry. It's a bit difficult to, is, yes, a pilot experience on a joint micro degree on European values and democracy, mainly to consolidate and expand the idea of the how democracy and European integration go together, which means democracy in member states, democracy at the European Union level, and democracy and democratic values as one of the core values of the European process. I now give the floor to Ángeles Sánchez-Elvira and also the mouse.
Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we continue. To develop diversity of mobilities, of students and staff mobilities, to reach this, to cope with this challenge of inclusive mobility. And in this sense, OpenEU is one of the, I would say, best alliances, international alliances in Europe for promoting mobility, international mobility in the sense of inclusion. Because in on-site mobilities, well, many students and non-traditional students are not going to be able to go and take advantage of an international mobility. But in open education, in distance and digital education, we can promote virtual mobilities and blended mobilities and synchronous mobilities with international experience. And this is the program we are going to develop in this seamless mobility framework. We are going to develop an OpenEU mobility toolkit that would be based on the EADTU, the European Association of Distance Teaching Universities framework of 4 different types of mobilities for OpenEU students. The first one is embedded mobility. That means that academics in any of OpenEU universities can offer some international task within their subjects. So the students in OpenEU can just have this opportunity to be able to have a mobility, a virtual mobility with other students in other courses. Exchange mobility for individual students is a normal, the regular, for instance, Erasmus staff mobilities we do have, but we are working, for instance, in UNED in virtual mobility. So they can also have this kind of Erasmus staff with credit recognitions, but virtually. Mobility Windows in Networked program is very much linked to those programs we are going to deliver and what to design and to deliver, which different types of courses in a network that will be offered to students so they can go in a flexible way, in a flexible pathway, choosing one courses or another. And in this kind of mobilities, well, we are going to coordinate between, like in the Open Master, we are going to offer this kind of mobilities. And finally, as Fernando has mentioned, we are going to develop the joint programs. These are official programs, and they will have, of course, the official mobilities. So you can see that that would be a significant leap on mobilities as the European Commission wants to. Other thing very relevant in terms of internationalization, multilingualism. We are an international alliance with 12 different languages. Of course, we all know that English is like the language more or less we use in international European projects. But the European Commission wants two things. On the one hand, to promote the learning of a second and third language. And in this sense, we have in our universities several language centers, such as in UNED, for learning languages. So we are going to promote and to offer courses for the learning of a second and third language. But also the European Commission wants us to prevent or to preserve the richness of our languages, our own languages. We have 12 different languages. In this sense, we are going to take advantage of artificial intelligence, and we are going to work on two directions. On the one hand, UNED will coordinate a pen-pal multilingual space for the administrative staff and the academic staff for internal communication. Pen-pal is like an AI-supported translator in writing text, but also the work is going to take advantage of neural machine translation for starting to work on virtual classrooms, multilingual virtual classrooms in which students can talk their own language and being translated. We have to think that we are just in the beginning of a huge explosion of multilingualism thanks to AI. So these are the two first things we are going to work on, but I guess that we will have many, many other possibilities. So coming now, because we cannot explain the whole project, it's a huge project, but coming now to the topic of this conference, OpenEU libraries. Something very relevant is open education and open science in OpenEU for the European Commission. But libraries, that's the thing we are going to discuss all these days, are very relevant in this issue and very relevant libraries for our own alliance. So I don't have to explain these educational principles that we do have in OpenEU that you already know regarding what the UNESCO has done in promoting open educational resources since 2002, then in the Universal Declaration in 2012, and there's the recommendations of 2019, and that we have been all involved, and of course, all our open and distance education universities have been working on 50 years of experience in opening education. But in this sense, we will promote, of course, open educational resources, but very precisely, for instance, in a staff training in digital skills development or inclusive gender equality, there will be open educational resources for the staff. We do have the OpenEU rural agenda. We want to open also education in remote places, in rural places, to contribute to regional development, and open educational resources will be part of the things we are going to develop. And also we want open educational resources for synergies with other universities and alliances. We have to exchange open educational resources. When we come to the point of open science, the first action in OpenEU is this implementation of the OpenEU Open Science and Innovation Plan that will be based on a lot of in opening science. So the principles are precisely what the European Commission says in 2019 regarding open science, and the UNESCO recommendations in 2021. These are our current basis for the development of our OpenEU framework in open science. But specifically, and coming to the point how libraries can contribute to, there are some actions that are very relevant in the implementation of OpenEU Open Science Plan. First, the open access. So OpenEU research and innovation publications will be open access by default. All the documents related to a European research area that will be developed will be open. And for the rest, we are going to use the UNESCO recommendations as open as possible, as closed as necessary, depending on security reasons, all these things that has to do with being open or closed. Secondly, fair data that you already know, findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. OpenEU has to develop its own data management plan in this sense, to be fair. And also we will be integrated as soon as possible in the European Open Science Cloud. Then open infrastructures, we will use and develop open infrastructures. We want citizens to be involved and citizen science engagement with open sessions, courses, conferences, and so on, and being in contact permanently with the stakeholders and the society. And finally, responsible research assessment. We will adhere to Coalition for Advancing Research Assessment that you already know, COARA. So to come to the end of this presentation of the OpenEU, as we have said, this is a transformative process. I mean, we are not going to finish, hopefully, in 4 years. This is something to be sustainable in the time. OpenEU partners will be involved in all the tasks. I mean, it's not, although they are different work packages as in any other European project in which they are coordinators and so on, but this is a transformative process for every institution in OpenEU. So we aim in the end at building this sustainable open European university, the only one that will be with the social values that open education has in the whole world. So we are the only one open, based on digital and distance education at this moment, because this is the way we can be open and to build this vibrant open EU community. So thank you very much. You are welcome to OpenEU, because we are going, if you are part of the Alliance, there are libraries here that are part of the Alliance, we will be working together. If you are not, we want to work with other alliances. And here you can have a look to the webpage of OpenEU as it's just now. Thank you very much.